Hi everyone, I'm Leo and welcome back to our App Inventor 2 tutorials. Since we have gone through like 5 lessons already, and I believe that you guys should have some basic understanding on App Inventor, so I think it's time for us to move on to more complicated apps, and that's why today we will be doing a complicated app, kind of. We will do something like a button to change the background color of our screen. First, let's start a new project, and we need 4 components. We need a button, 2 text labels, and a new component called canvas, which can be found under the drawing and animation tab. So what this app does is we want to change the color of this canvas by tapping the button, and it will generate a random color. So first, what we need to do is to change some of the properties of our components, like to make the text larger and the canvas larger. So change color, and the first label, just type RGB, because we are talking about colors, and in computer, colors are usually combined with 3 elements. The RGB values is also called a color code, and R stands for red, G stands for green, and blue is B. So we just type RGB here, and the second label we want to show the RGB value. So here we clear the text here, and we want to make our canvas larger. The width will fill parent, and also the height will fill our parent, so it covers the remaining screen. So after this, I also want to change our labels background color, because when we we'll just make it cooler. So just change it to white. Okay, white. Okay, now moves on to the blocks view. Now here we are going to try some new function blocks that we have not covered in previous lessons. So if you guys have no idea what it is, just follow the instructions and we will talk about them one by one in our future lessons. So today we will cover many things, such as random numbers, lists, and colors, and also the canvas. So first we need 2 variables. One is for the loop, and I will explain later, and also the second one is the color list. Okay, we need 2 different variables. So the color list, we need to create a list, so we drag the make list block here, and as I mentioned, the color consists of 3 different components, the RGB values, but here we only have 2. So what we have to do is to click this little blue button and drag a new item here, so the list will consist of 3 different items initially. And I just want to drag 3 zeros to it. It's very simple. And I want it to be 0. Let's say 0. And remember, we have the button. When we click the button, we first want to change the values in our list. So we need a for loop. So where's the for loop is here, is it? Yes, the for loop. So here select our variable, we call it I, remember? And maybe I'll just change it to 1. So we have 3 colors from 1 to 3. Here the by 1 means the interval. So by 1 means we do something from 1, 2, and 3, so it means 3 times. Oops. And now what we want to do in our loops, what we want to do is to generate a random number and assign it to our list in each turn. So here go to variables, and remember we have this set variables, right? We select our list, and remember we have the list as it, and replace this one. I'm sorry, we will not be doing the set the list. We can do this in a more convenient way, just replace the items in our list. So the first block should be our list, so we drag this get our list, and index means which item we want to change its values. So remember we have a loop which I will be changed from 1 to 3, so the index will be I. Okay, now here we have global I and I, but since we are doing a for loop, the I only change in the loop, so we have to select I, and we're going to display the values with a random number, which can be found under the math tab here. And for colors, the color RGB value will range from 0 to 255, and after changing it, we have to dynamically change our colors, and that's why we go to canvas and find set canvas dot background color to our list number. Here the list consists of 3 different items, remember? But before that, we also need the color here called the make color. So as you can see, the make color blocks followed by a make a list. So this means we are going to make a color from 3 different values in a list. So we check this out, and we don't need the later part, so we just delete it, and we're going to make the color using our global color list. And also I want to show the number we just generated, so we go to label 2 and set our label 2 dot text to the list. Okay, so we just copy this component and move it here, and okay, this should work now. And let's open our emulator and try it out. Okay, here's our emulator. I press the button here, and you can see we have the RGB value here and the colors here. Okay, so that's pretty much about this lesson, And I think in our future couple lessons we will cover more about what we just discussed today, including the colors, random numbers, lists, and also for loops. Okay, so see you guys next week.